So, we'll talk about the people who have not, not completed certifications. Okay, can have this, just give you an overview. So you guys have access to these two tools, right? These two tools and one more, let's see if I can see this one, Team Foundation Server. So that Team Foundation Server is also a test management tool. Okay, so and that too is it's on cloud. Okay, so this is too similar to, okay, so we'll talk about this little bit later. Yeah, let's go to the certification part. Okay, so people who have not completed, okay, so you can have, you try to do it. Okay, it's up to you though. So here, if you see this, so who, people who are like, who want to take, certification, so they can start with MBA. So MBA is Microsoft Virtual Academy. Okay, and it's directly from Microsoft. Okay, you see this Microsoft.com, and and thing is, first thing is you need the email ID actually. That email ID from Microsoft, that's live.com or outlook.com, okay, or hotmail.com. Once you get an email ID of, there's a problem, right? You have to get their email ID. You cannot use Gmail or Yahoo because they only want sign in from Microsoft email ID. They won't allow from any other email ID. So once you have done that, okay, now you see this lot of courses here. If you want, you can check it out. Okay, this is for all. It's like a beginner, for intermediate and expert. Okay. Let's say if I software testing. Once you go to here, if you click on software testing fundamentals, so these is actually ratings, how much this is rated. Okay, so normally I go with ratings. Normally 4 is good. I see this 4. This is 3.5. So it's okay. So 4 or 5, I look, which is 4, and I'll see that how interesting that would be. Okay, so so here there are different modules here. There's 6 modules. Okay, 6 modules, and each module has either have some video. Once you finish that video, you have some material. You can have this material, and you have this assessment. Okay, once you complete assessment you need to get at least 4 out of 5. Once you complete all the assessment, which is in all these modules, then you will get a certificate. Okay. And to get that certificate, click on the dashboard. Once you click on it, go to course in progress, accomplishments. Now here you see this, you can use the certificate here. See, this you can download it, it's automatically updated for you. Once you download it, so this is how you can get a certificate. Okay, so this is good, because it's, if you want to put in your resume, it would be a good idea to use this. Okay, and and also you will be getting a transcript for this. Let's see. So here you see download transcript. So that shows you have completed that course. Okay, from Microsoft. Okay, so here it shows all the courses, whatever you have completed from the Microsoft. The list of all the courses, whichever is there. Okay, so this is how, this is for beginner. If you want, you can start with Microsoft. Okay, and it's Microsoft is easy because there's no there's nothing like time limit or something, or it doesn't have, if you fail the test, you can reattempt at the same moment or anytime you like, whenever and this is free. This is completely free. You don't have to pay anything, except your internet bill. Other than that, it's completely free. Okay. So and this has pretty wide range of there's wide range of courses here actually. And thing is, the only problem is with the Microsoft is they have their own tools. Okay, so whatever they are using, they will be honest. Let's say if you're going this database now, if database you're going, they'll be using SQL. Yeah, I mean, Microsoft SQL. They'll be using Microsoft SQL, and then they will be having all. You don't get Oracle here. The problem is you don't get Oracle. No, you don't get DB2, you don't get all those things. Only thing they get is they have their own, own list of database which is from the Microsoft, but not from any other third-party company. Okay.
Manu, uh,
Yeah.
actually, I done the certifications, but there is one questions I got confused. It's about the boundary test. I didn't get it. Was like I didn't understand the concept of the boundary test. Could you explain that for me?
Boundary test, you mean in the test cases you're saying?
Yeah, and there's a one questions is like user should enter the numbers that represents a month in a test field on the application. So you need to create a boundary test for the test field. So which value should you test? Kind of that was the questions, and I didn't get it. Like I always got confused. Like I didn't understand that.
No, I'm sorry. I'm actually not able to understand your question. So I mean, you had a different homework, right, from other people, or you had from me any question?
No, No, actually, I done it the certifications, the software testing fundamentals. That was the question. So that was like
Oh,
kind of confused.
okay. So you are, talking about this one, right? In this. Okay. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, there is one particular questions about the boundary test. I'm like, I haven't
so you
heard
have
of that.
here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I mean, yeah. The thing is, so the boundary test is actually, normally how, when I was there, the boundary values are actually the values which are, which are numbers, like decimal point of view, like 0.1, 0.2. So actually, those are actually boundary values. But it actually depends on the whole scenario, like what is, what are they talking about. So normally it can also mean in general term, the boundary means, the boundary, right? That means if there is a number,
Yeah.
two numbers, high number and low number, so you want to take that boundary. So that is one of the other meaning for that. So normally it depends on the how you are using in the sentence formation.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have the whole sentence, one para, and they're saying some boundary, so it, I can understand so what's the meaning of boundary. But if you only say no, this boundary test case, then I understand as okay, that means decimal value. So the boundary is pretty much a broad term actually, and it
Okay.
has okay. So it depends on the sentence basically. So I would understand based on your based on your question, I would take it as some number which varies
Mm-hmm.
from high values, kind of range, right? From high value to the low value or low value, commutator. So that's called boundary normally. Does it make sense?
Yeah. Thank you, Manu.
It's pretty much hard to say for me at this point of time because it also depends on the statement. Okay, but in my scenario, when I say boundary values, in test case, when I was, starting in this test case, right? So I had three scenarios, right? Positive scenario, negative scenario, and boundary values. So what I mean by boundary values means that means 0.001, you find this decimal values normally. So but again, it all depends on the statement. How are you using it? And how? Okay. Okay. Any other questions? So yeah. So this is good. I mean, this is good for to start with. Your, if you want to, um, uh, get used to this. I mean, okay, moving forward, you can go with better certification, ISQB, and so on. That will be good for your career. But for now, to start with, this would be a better idea since you don't want to spend money at this point of time. You want to concentrate on your. So this would be a better, way to get some certification with free. Okay. So that is one, and there is another certification which is solo learn. This is solo learn. It's pretty good. So this is also a good, but the problem is here you don't have many, many. You need to sign up actually, so you don't have many options here. But let's see here. So here you have only courses, Google courses. So these it's not only languages here, so not really not lot of options, but still you get a good certificate here. Let's say if you are using something, let's say now I've completed my uh, SQL. Okay, I got the SQL, and I'll just okay. So, okay, now if I want to see this. Okay, so this is how you get the certificate. Okay, so this is a little bit good because they have certificate ID here. Okay, and the name is good, and you get this certificate. And this is good because if you have completed any HTML or SQL, so this doesn't have many options. But you can still have some few of this for yourself. If you're good at SQL, if you want to do SQL, you can do it. Um, SQL will be better for you. And if you're interested in something, learning some languages such as PHP or Python, let's say Python, or Java, you can, get a certificate on this. So that would be, that would be add to your resume, um, a better profile. Okay. And the reason why this is, the reason why, because when you get, interviewed, right, so at the client place, they have a lot of resumes. Okay, they get like maybe 10, 10 to 15. Okay. Once they skim all the candidates, they only will be looking at a resume which they are interested in the skills which you have will be useful for the company, right? So that's how they, look into the resume. Once they look into it, if you have some, the problem is everyone, a lot of people have, right? So you might get an edge, or having this certificate saying that, hey, you know what, I have this certification, I have this, and so that's the reason you might get an edge when you're, taking an interview. So that would be helpful. Okay. So this is one. Another one is sailor. So again, you need to sign up for this too. But this is for pro, like, if you're really pro on this and you know how to do it, you can, you can do it this. But the problem is if you fail any test in this case, um, you have to, you can only retake after 7 days. Okay, so you see this, we go to software engineering, and once you complete this, right? So this lot here, okay, let's say if it's software engineering, then this completes the whole, complete cycle. That's right from Scrum Master, Product Owner, testers, developers, and architect. Let's see here. So this you have software engineering, and then once you have, like, you know about development life cycle, software development, software modeling, which is the job of actually product owner, and software requirements gathering, which is product owner analysis. Okay, architect guy, normally the architect design. This is for developer, developer and architect, implementation developer, software testing. This is what, we'll be doing project management, scrum master, and it's all this, once you complete this, then you'll get a certificate of software engineering. But the problem is this is a lot of work, a lot of work. If you see this, this will take 13 hours, this one 9 hours and 7 hours. So you know what, if you're really pro in this, if you know all things, this will be easy for you. But um, but the problem is once you have finished this exam, and if you fail it, you have to wait till 7 days to retake the exam. Okay. Mine is not 30 years because I didn't complete it. I need to complete this final exam. So yeah. So you cannot get a certificate until you finish it. And once you finish, right? Let's see here. And you will get, something like this, kind of certificate, and they have the certificate ID, and they also have, you can verify online. So there's something like they can verify. Here you see this verification code. They have verification code, and you can, verify this authenticity of this certificate. So that's the one advantage these guys have. So this is, about certification. Okay, and this is good because you know what, when you call an interview, you can, you can take a printout of certificate, and with your resume you can go and, see that I have this certification, I'm good at it, and you can say that, and if you want to validate online, you can go ahead and validate, so that's how you will be having, because there was question to me actually. um, so they asked me, do you have this certificate? I said yes. So, that's how, you will get an edge on your interview when, somebody is, somebody is taking your interview, uh, so that it will benefit you for you. Okay. So, any questions so far? And not only this, just don't have. See, here's the thing. What always I say is because um, you don't have to depend only one thing. Okay, software testing, you learn software testing, that's good, but you need to go to what you are interested. You want to go, you want to go as a developer, you can go ahead, get some information, learn something, you can go even as a developer. If you know some information, you get good at it, you can go into that. It's not just necessary that you have to only do testing, you have to do only software testing or something. If you're good at PHP, if you're good at Python, you can always switch because it's all software, and if you really like something, you can move to that one. Okay, so it's not really necessary to go to only the software and software testing, and you have to stick to it. And also, you need you need development, right? You have to grow always. Now today you have software testing 2 years. I'm sure you want to you're good at it and you want to have some lead experience, and you can go ahead and lead. Let's say in 5 years, after this 5 years, want to become Scrum Master, that's also fine, and so on. Okay, so that's how you want to improve yourself. Now, if you're a tester, you don't want to be a tester rest of your life, right? That doesn't help. You have to always move on. In just 2 years, that's fine. You get a lot of information. 2 years, what's happening? How is the corporate world? What knowledge you need? What are the technologies that are being used? And you know how to handle interview. You know how to talk before them. All these things. Once you know it in 2 years, you'll be good to go. Okay, so that should be always you need to move on. Okay, so that's what three important. One is MBA, that is from Microsoft Virtual Academy from Microsoft, and the other is Solo Learn. And the one more for pro people who are good at it and really, can crack at first time, at first attempt, then you can go as sailor. Okay, they are good and they also have a good certificate. Okay. Okay, so no questions. So let's see about let's talk about this TFS. TFS, is also in it's an test management tool again. So all this in QA kind of right. If you are going in QA or you don't have to QA, you can go as ETL QA tester. So you have to go. You have to keep your options open. Always you need to keep your options open. If you know only QA, no, I don't know this, I don't know that, you cannot say because if you keep if you keep your options open, if you have a lot of options, then you might get a job quickly. Otherwise, nothing like you don't get, but it's like it will take time. And if you're not too, if you're not learning in new technologies, new skills, now that will really stop your movement. So you need to always learn new things and get into it, and you need to move forward. So that's how you have to. So if you are good, QA will be good. You can also have some idea on data analyst. Once you go into ETL, you can go as a data analyst, QA, ETL QA. Okay. Now once if you go more into ETL, you can also go as the ETL developer. Okay. Once you have knowledge, and in 3 years, you can also switch. Okay, in 3 years, being an ETL tester, now I want to move a developer because I know how it works. Okay, that's how you need to move. Okay, so that is one thing. Okay, so here I know this is TFS, okay, Team Foundation Server, and I really don't have access for this because Microsoft has really convoluted access. It's really blocking that email ID, whoever is using it. So, but so far you had access to Rally and Jira, right? You didn't had any issues, right? Nobody had any issues, right, with Rally and Jira. But this, if you want access to this, so what I can do is, if anyone is interested, we can work. I can get you a brand new access for you. That will be complete administrator access, but I can show you create one project and you can work on that. Okay. If anyone is interested, I can work and create you a brand new, um, you know, brand new team, listing foundation server access for you. That will be not this domain, will be whatever domain you are interested in. So actually this is domain and this is subdomain. Okay, so whatever subdomain you would like to have, we can create that one and create a project for you, something like this, and you can work. If anyone is interested like that, let me know. Okay, we'll schedule some time and it will take some time and. You can create it and you can work in it if you are interested. Okay, but other than that, cannot really have this access for everyone because Microsoft is actually blocking that. Okay, no, it's not allowing to use to all of them. So that's a problem. Okay, so here this is the dashboard. Okay, as usual, the dashboard for like Jira, Rally, so on. Okay, and here dashboard again is useful. If someone assign a work, you can see right here in front of it, okay, your boss assigned work. Oh good. Yesterday it was not there. Suddenly it came up here. Oh, I have work to do. Okay, so you have to, you can check it out here. That would help. Okay, that's the reason for dashboard. And if there is any project going on, you can see what projects are there, what defects, they are working on, what are the user stories are, there's work. You can view this. Okay. So you can add it you can add your own dashboard, you can edit it, or you can, edit the same dashboard, adding more, more blocks here as per your comfort. Okay, so that is one thing. And let's go to, so this has so many options. So this code normally is for developer point of view. You can manage repositories, so we don't, manage repositories. Change set, self set, we don't really work on that one. But let's see, let's check it out. Be quick here. What's there? Yeah, this build process, we don't do this much. This is for more for a developer point of view. Okay, they have an XML file, not XML, okay, they would add or append here. So this is for access issues. Just they work with Azure to get your access and all those things. Okay, so this build process is really not our job. So we really don't work on this code. Okay, let's see here on the work. So here, this TFS follows Kanban status. Okay, and Rally follows Scrum and as well as Kanban. You can use it either way. Rally is user friendly. But this is a more for a TFS is more for a Kanban. Okay, let's see. You guys already know what is Kanban. So we just look at it pretty quick. So here there is a story. So go to the work and maybe it's backlog. So once you click on this is the iterations. Here you have iterations. Okay, and there is a backlog. You have two options here. Both are same, but this is a board point of view. That means a board, right? You have this board and this is a backlog. And here, either way you can create user story from anywhere. Either in a board or backlog, it's the same. Okay. So once you create the user story, of course you will be viewing it, not creating. And you will be either creating it or somebody will be assigning you this task. So this is what your task is. So once you click on that, and you have a lot of information here too. Okay, which task it is, how many people have commented, any link related to it, and all those things. Description. So here, this is really not a good place to write your test cases. This is for tasks. Okay? Maybe this is not really good place, but let's check it out if we can find one. Okay, so this is really not a very good place to write your test cases, but just to a task and update your effort, testing effort. This is important, right? In task, What is important is effort. How much effort you are putting and how much time is remaining. And any comments, you can write it, by symbol putting at and assign who is responsible for that. And it's, it goes to that email, they will get notified that, somebody is being tagged here or something, some question has been asked. Okay, you can put it right here. And there's an attachment. You go ahead, you can attach the attachment. There's a link. Now this is the linking. Linking in sense this should link with the user story, which user story it is linked. Okay. And this is history, what has been changed and what not, how many people are accessing it and how it's being done. So all this information is in history. Okay. So that is about task. And you can open bug. Okay, bug here too. See, to open, right? Let's see. Just click on this and click on okay, here, new. Okay, not new. Okay, so you have to click not new. If you are clicking new, then you are clicking a new user story. You don't want to create a user story. Okay, you want to create task. So if you want to create task or bug, here is beside user story this plus icon. Click on that. So here there are two options to create task or if you want to create bug. So this is what the same thing what we were talking about, and you can also create bug here too from here itself. You don't So that's the reason these are user friendly. But if you see HPLM, if you have noticed it, HPLM is not that user friendly. Okay, but I don't know, people just like that one still. They really use HPLM. But moving forward, at one point of time, of course, it will no more be used. The reason because it has too much redundant information. Redundant work. We need to move here test cases, move there test cases. We don't require that because agile, we are working fast. 1 week project, boom, done. So if you are using HPLM, so you may not work that fast because it's a lot of movement of work is lot. So that's the reason this is pretty user friendly. Okay, everything you do it right here. If you want to create task, create right here. Why you move to the next next tab or next module? Okay. So if you have any queries, you can write a query here. Okay. So this is about the work. And okay, let's see the board here. Okay, board. Okay. So here we are not talking about this test cases. Okay, or maybe there is a test case. Yeah, there is a test case, but not just put it here. But this is task. Okay, and let's say if you are done with your task and now let's say it's active, you want to move the sticky note like this board and put it here. Okay, just moving your note, that is your task, from new to active. Once it's new to active, you're good. That means you're working on it, and you see this graphs. These graphs keep changing. So whenever you generate this graph, so the graphs shows up. So it's automatic. So this velocity and this is cumulative flow. Okay, and once you see that your task is done, you put it on result. You see this the graph didn't change, but you get result. And once it's done, you put it at closed. You see this the graph got changed. Now it became green color instead of blue color. Okay. So now your user story is done. You have completed your task. So this is board point of view. Okay, board is kind of moving your sticky notes from one column to another column. This is traditional way. You've seen this traditional way, right? There's people who missed it. Let's see here. People who know it. I know you guys have seen, but people who missed it. So this is the board what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a traditional way of doing it. So instead of doing traditionally, okay, we are doing this in online. That's the only difference. Okay, so here you are using sticky notes, a lot of user stories in the left side, and and these sticky notes are moving one after the other once you have done your task. And here too you are doing the same thing actually. Okay, moving your sticky note from here to here, resolved and closed. Okay, so that, and this is the same as backlog. Okay, what you are doing is it's updated automatically. Okay, you can also send an email. Okay, so here you can so this is about the work. Okay, and so here you can create a new. So here you can create, although you are not required to create user story, you can create test case. Okay, you can create test case. We talk about this task, issue, feature, or epic. Okay, let's see here. You, Okay, so once you go into test, so let's say first you need to create task, right? Always you need to create your task. Once you create the task, then you have to create your test cases. Okay, so here if I see here, so you can create test cases in the work too. Okay, and but here let's see, this is if you are created in test cases either way, you can create steps like this. Step one, step two, step three, step four. Okay, and this is the action what you're trying to do, and this is the expected result. Oops, there also is attachment. So good, I mean, okay. Expected result, attachment. Is there anything else here? Okay, there are three things. Okay, action, expected result, if there is any attachment, and you can keep adding, and you can write it here. Test case one, test case. Okay, so and what is expected of it, and if there is any attachment for this. An attachment you can use this as an attachment, and you can add it. Okay, so and if you have any questions, again you can ask the questions here. And you can delete your test cases for this. Okay, so this is how you can write your test case. And if you want to save and close it, it will get updated here. Okay, so again once it gets updated, it shows up here. Okay, so I hope this is also a little bit confusing here. Let's see. Let's check here. So here it's not getting updated here. You see this because it's getting whenever you're trying to do in the work, it's showing up in the only it shows up only in the work. Okay, let's check it out again. No, so this is really not. Hmm. It's pretty confusing actually. So you are creating an test case, it's really not getting into it, right? So, okay. Anyway, so once you create this test case, okay, you want to run it. Okay, you have this two option: run test or run. Okay, so you want to click which test case to run. Okay, and once you find out, so let's say this is you want to run, okay, I can run the test. Okay, so run. So there's empty actually. Once you run it, let's see here. Once you run it, we can pass it here. It is pass, it is fail, or pause or block, not applicable. You can update here. Once you've done, you can create bug right from here, add in bug. Okay, this is more similar to HPLM. Okay, you can create write a bug from here, and if you have screenshot, you can take a screenshot. Okay, this is required. Okay, so and if you have any attachment, comment and save this. So this helps that the test case is completed. Okay, and this is how it gets updated here. Is it pass or is it fail or is it active? So the similar way you can run with all sets, like set one, set two, set three. You can do with all sets at once. Let's see here. If you need a file, you need location. Once you do it, you can run this with sets. Okay, that is one thing. Mm. Any questions so far? The only thing here is, okay, let's see the chart. You can create your own chart. Okay. I think it's you have to specify this in field. Once you put all the options here, you click OK and you get the chart. Okay. That is a chart for your test case. This is more like rally. Okay, so you can get that chart. So I'm just looking, for creation for test case. I was not able to see that. Okay, just created a test case, but it's not showing up. Let's see here. Here you have only two options: task or bug. Right? There is no test case. But if I want to create a test case from here, okay, I need also to go detail. Right? So this is into the iteration one. Okay. So let's create a sample test case. Let's see where does it save. See, this is the problem, right? This is a bit confusing. Okay, we have created a case, but it's maybe because it's not linked properly or it's not showing up here. Okay, or maybe it's not really here to show. Okay, most people be it's supposed to show up here actually. Okay. I wonder how this test cases were created. Okay, so that's how you can do this. So here you can assign these columns, which columns, Okay, what is it? These columns are this one. Okay, what is the configuration? Who is the tester for this? Who is the developer? And who is the responsible person? Okay, we can create columns here too. You know what? This thing is really so hard. It doesn't create anywhere this test case. Supposed to be in iteration. That's fine, but it's not showing up in tag. Maybe this Microsoft has different way of doing. So it is designed as it's designed and there's an area you can assign this area, that's like which project it is and which location you want, iteration 1, iteration 2, iteration 3. Let's put it iteration 2 and second course. And either way it's not showing up. Uh, so it should be here in this iteration 2. Uh, but it's not really here. Okay, so this is how you can create a test case and you can execute this test case. It's supposed to show up here itself, okay, but some reason, a little bit small glitch or something, that you need to add it so that it will show up here. Okay, so that's the thing. It is not showing up. Otherwise, it's supposed to show up here, and you need to run this. But then this is really odd, when you are using this work, in this test case should supposed to show up here, okay? Because you are creating in work, but it's really odd to see that you have to go to a test plan to see that test cases here. So this is pretty much like HPLM, okay? It's kind of doing something in some place and executing in the some other. That's the reason Rally is way more better, very user friendly. Okay, very user friendly, and where you are executing test cases, you'll be right, there, and this is really, pretty good if you're using. So if you're comfortable with Rally, you should be good with any other tool. Okay, so this is good because if you're using any, let's say if I'm using this, this user story, the task is right in front of me, and I can, create the task, and test cases is right in front of me. You can execute test cases right here. Okay, so that's a best part of being user friendly. This is really not that user friendly. Okay, so but yeah, so this is how you can do it in TFS. Okay, so this is called TFS, Team Foundation Server. These are not really helpful. Let's go to runs. So this runs, shows how many times it has been run. Okay, what are the test cases that have run, and it is. So you can also perform load testing here too. Okay, so this not just you can put manual or automation, you can do load testing in this too. Okay, so load testing is actually completely different thing altogether, because here you are trying to do is performance testing. Okay, this is not manual testing. This is performance testing is non-functional testing. Okay, has nothing to do functionality. It has to do with your performance of the system. Okay, so but here you need to, I think you need to download that Visual Studio, and then you need to do it. Okay, you cannot do it in this on web. Okay, so because we have a lot of documents that create, so you need to download it and you need to work on this. Okay, But yeah, then you can do this load testing too here. Let's check in dashboards. And one more thing, you can create, let's try to create here. So if you want to create anything, you can do it right from here. A dashboard, let's say you want to create a test case. Create it here. See this how it works. Just one. There's a problem, right? This should be on this is little. And 7 So once you save and close, it should appear somewhere, right? Oh, it did. Yeah. Yeah, this appeared somewhere, but it's really not showing up in the test items. If you go here, response, it's not showing up here. So you need to add some values there. You know what? Let's see here. Too many things here. See, you see this, we have created a lot of test cases, see this here, but we were not able to put it in that particular, open it. So here you need to update this, right? Iteration is good, area is good. You need to put link, which link it has to get updated. To put it there, you need to add link, okay? If you linking this, that means it will link to that particular item, okay? Once it gets linked, let's see here how this is done. So here you see this link, this is here, there is a link. There's a link here, okay? So what is the link? Let's see here. Okay, so here, we'll just try to use this again. We'll just add this link here. Good. See this, there is no link here. So you want to add link, and how do you want to add it? Existing item, and want to see GMO online. So here you deal with branch, okay, so it's a branch. So this is actually a total different, world altogether, okay. Please go great. Supposed to be user story. Storyboard. Okay, so either way, you need to link it here. Okay, so that's the reason it is not showing up in that. Once you link it properly, it's not have proper URL here. Just copy this URL. If it's any URLs. Yes. This is pretty odd. Maybe this was not there before. They are just, putting new things to Okay, so this is how you can do it. Okay, so you can create test cases. Once you create test cases, you have to link to that particular user story. Okay, once you link it, then only actually it shows up to um, here in this place. Other than that, it will not show up here. If it doesn't show up here, you cannot run the test case. Okay, that's an important thing you need to know it. Okay, you need to link that to the user story. So where is the user story? If you go into work and see here, this is the user story. Okay, you need to link with this or with this task. Okay, and this is linked. You see this? This is linked to okay, good GM1, and here it's this is linked to 5. That means it's this is linked with this 3 test cases that is linked. Okay, that's good, makes sense. But let's see how this yeah, you have to use child and use this user story. Then you can link it. Let's try it again. So if you go in here, so you try it again to see that test cases are linked. So this is a typical scenario for TFS, not so this is quite a different thing, right? When I open this, you want to link it. Let's see here. Link it. Link new item. Child. And we put it user story. Okay. So we have linked it. So let's see here. If it shows up here, no, it's not still showing up. So this is not so that's the problem with this TFS, right? This is also a little bit not that user friendly. Okay, but if you are interested in working with this TFS, you can work on this if you're interested. I can create a brand new okay on this URL, and we can work on this TFS too. Any questions so far? User story is created, but test case is not showing up. See, there's 2 user stories. And this is linked to this test case, but again, it's not showing up in test case here. So that's why you need to, be little bit, you need to go in detail because this Microsoft thing works little different than any other tool. Okay, they have their own way of doing the work. Okay, so it will be a little bit different other than any other tools. Any questions so far? Problem is, they would have allowed to create a test case right from here. Just create one, they could have done, but see, they didn't do that. I see no reason of not doing it because if you are creating a test case, here is there, right? You can have this new option and create. That's your question. No, it's not right. So that's the complicated part. They follow always, Microsoft follows. Um, they would have created new button here itself and we could add a new test case, but they would little bit convoluted way of doing the same thing different way. So that's the problem with this. Okay, so otherwise your test case would have been shown up here. because that linking is not done properly. So that's the reason it's not showing up here. Any questions? But this is a different tool altogether, because this requires a little different approach in all of the tools. In all the tools are different. This approach is a little bit different. Okay, so that's the only thing in TFS. Okay, if no one have any questions, can we close this class? So you can practice, you can practice Rally, you can practice Jira, okay, two tools. And if you're interested in HVLM, you can request credentials from Tagore, okay. And
Mitra,
yeah,
may I know one thing? Just I'm confused whether the video links will be available after this session is over, or shall we download it for safety purpose?
yeah, that's a very good idea. I mean, I would suggest to download it because the video links mostly I will not be removing it, or but yeah, if YouTube is down or if something else happens, you will not get, so it's a better idea to download it. Although I will not be removing it, but if someone removes, that's a different thing. But
Yeah, I tried to download, but I couldn't see their option. So I think they might have prohibited for downloading.
um, I don't think it's you cannot. So you can download my video. Let me show you how. Okay, just give me a second. Okay,
Okay.
so this, you know, okay. So you can download your YouTube URLs from this URL. Okay, um, just use this YouTube URL. YouTube doesn't work here, but you know what? Just put it here, your YouTube URL, and click on download. Okay, you just download your YouTube. Okay, this is the URL, keepfit.com.
So we need not to download this one. Just put the URL and download. So shall we download these apps, or just we can put the URL in it?
Oh, that's not an app. That's just a web application, and just put the URL and download. It just downloads for that a video for you.
Okay, okay,
It's nothing to do with, you don't have to install anything or something. It just
okay,
downloads.
thank you.
Okay. So that would be, I mean, yeah, I always suggest everyone to download it because you never know, okay? And it's a really good idea that you have to do it because you never know what happens next, right? So it's idea to do it.
Thank you, Mitra.
Okay. Any other questions? If you require any other access, let me know, like Bugzilla. Bugzilla, I have not really discussed about that. Okay. So, Bugzilla. So I have this access maybe, but for some reason I didn't have. No, you don't have to download anything. This is again web tool. Okay. Let me know if you're interested. We can work on this. Okay. If you're interested, we can work on Bugzilla too. Okay. But two tools you have access, right? Rally and Jira. In HPLM, you can request credentials from Tagore. And remaining all is the documents, and I hope you guys have access to Google Drive, and you can work on that one. Okay, if no one have any more questions, can we close this class for today? Oh, and also, right, just a quick note. I'll be sending you, you know, this QA class. QA class. How was your QA class and how was your experience? Just make sure you know, um, in this form, it just takes less than 2 minutes or maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, not more. And just fill the form. How was it, and what is your experience on this QA class, and what it has to be done to improve it. Okay. There's an option to how you can improve it. Okay. So I'll be sending this by end of this today. So make sure you guys do it. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Thank you guys.